Center.
Uh, to be honest, I don't know the Warriors center, but I know he's really good. But I would take Dan at center, to be honest,
Okay.
personally.
Right. So, what would be your advice to people that are considering picking up the sport that have never thought that this sport was an option for them because they might not be big enough or strong enough or like tall enough. What advice would you give to those people?
I would say give it a shot. Like we have loads of players that are different shapes and sizes playing. You know what I mean? I feel like if you deep down want to give it a go, just do it. Don't let nothing stop you from it. Don't let your size or what height you are, or what you think like how good you'll be factor in because there's always a space and growth. So that's one thing I understood from this game, man. Is there's there's so much opportunity to grow. So if you've been thinking about to do it, do it. Like you can see play if you looked at the players and like, oh, but everyone's huge, everyone's this, everyone's bare strong. Most of them, let's say, don't start off like that. So I'm not talking about high rise. I'm talking about just like general size,
True.
like uh, stature wise. And they probably started off, skinny and smaller, and then just built into it. That's how I started off, and I'm nowhere near the size like of the players that we see now today, and doesn't stop me from going and giving it a crack. So
That's a good point. That is a very good point. You can play offensive line. You can play linebacker. Birkan's going to be a defensive lineman one day. Then maybe an offensive lineman one day. You never know. You never know. You never know. You never know. Like, from safety, from running back to safety, from safety to linebacker, from linebacker to D end, then D end to tackle, and then he finishes off his career off at center. Hey, you'll be able to do it all, but nah, seriously, it is true what he
if I
says.
if I go to center, yo, that's a massive change.
You would have put on like another what would I say 50 kg?
No,
Yeah, what are you
bro, I weigh
now?
like I'm like 98.
All right, yeah,
Center's
50 k,
around like
50 60
center,
kg, 50 another
bro,
50.
how heavy do you think the centers are?
All right, maybe you have a 30 kg. You don't need to be big. You don't need to be heavy,
Yeah,
but size does help.
that is true. That is
Size
true.
does help on the line. But that's the one position I would say that you probably do have to have a bit of size to play.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm gonna do in a bit after this question is I'm gonna give you quick fire answers. So I'm just gonna say a name, and I want you to say the first thing that pops into your head. But first, what would your teammates or coaches describe you as? Honest opinion now.
Mm, pain in my ass. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, I would hopefully we've dedicated to it because I think they understood that I don't let things go off lightly and I ask loads of questions. To be honest, so could be a pain in the ass to some coaches, or they could be seeing it as a actual dedication wise. So hopefully it's that instead of being fun.
Fair enough, dedication, not bad answer. Right, so I'm gonna give you. I don't even know how many I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna probably give you about 10. Just gonna say one word. I want you to say the first thing that pops into your head. Right, first thing that pops into your head. So, guys, if you're watching this, if he says something that you don't disagree with, just let him know next time you see him. Maybe at a game or at practice, or hit him up online. So let's have some fun.
Oh, this is gonna be so peak. All right,
Right, touchdown,
winning,
blitz,
winning,
Warriors,
tough,
Martin,
wasteman,
Jesus, Kent. Come
Good
on.
answer.
Not too long. Not too long. Quick
I'll
fire.
be
Quick
quick.
fire. Quick fire.
All right, cool. Cool.
EFL.
Dream.
GFL.
Dream 2.0.
BAFA.
Working on it.
Safety.
Good times.
Olympians.
Who?
Olympians.
Yeah, that's my answer. Who?
Oh. Injury.
Hate it.
PS5 or Xbox?
PS5.
FIFA or Madden?
On recent events, Madden. Hate FIFA, man.
Oh, good lord. CFL or NFL?
NFL.
Seahawks or Russell Wilson?
Whoa. Seahawks.
Peyton or Brady?
Brady.
Pete Carroll or Bill Belichick?
Pete Carroll.
Malcolm Butler or Marshall Lynch?
Marshall Lynch.
How did you lot win your second Super Bowl? Oh, wait.
We didn't.
You didn't.
Yeah, we did it because of that. Because of that.
Oh, that was a low blow. I shouldn't have done that. That was not fair. Right. Alright. One word to describe you, but you cannot use the one that you just use for teammates or coaches. How would you describe yourself in one word?
Passionate.
Okay. Okay, I can take that one. I can take that one. That would be a nice little, passionate. No one's used that one yet. I like it.
Yeah.
What is the most heartbreaking moment you've had during a game? And I want you to explain it. I want you to explain it.
During a game. Most heartbreaking moment. I don't know, because there's this. It's a tough one. Obviously, one of the major ones was the one I mentioned before, but I think it's within. I think it's within this. The same season. Our first game was against Sterling, right? And the reason why it was heartbreaking is because of how well we performed on that game, and it was at their ground. And they at that point in time never lost at their ground.
Yeah.
And we took them to overtime. And I think the most heartbreaking thing was it was the last play of the game, and I remember I ran this wheel route, and I was like, "Please just hit me on this," because it was just basically 1-on-1 at that point, and I knew they were double covering our receiver and stuff. But when I turned my head back, all I saw was, because it was rain, because at that point it was like proper rain and windy, and I think the snap was a bit bobbled, which is, it happens, you know what I mean? Like at that kind of conditions, it's hard to keep the ball dry, and I don't think the refs were at that point properly on it to keep the ball dry.
Yeah.
So it was heartbreaking because I knew, I was like, you can't even sit down and say, "Yo, you should have done this," or "This should have happened." It was like we couldn't even get the play off. And I think that was heartbreaking because it was so close. And if we beat them, obviously they were defending champions, I think, at that point, if I remember correctly.
Damn.
Yeah, so it was like, you gotta be kidding me, man. Otherwise, we would have started off our season at a bang, and that was heartbreaking.
Yeah, that kind of hurts. All right, so from that type of situation, what is the most heartbreaking moment you have seen watching the NFL? That
heartbreak, bro. It has to be what you mentioned, bro. The Seahawks game, the second time I went to the Super Bowl against New England. When I was like, okay, when like the 1 yard line, or was it 2 yard line? I was like, just run it in, run it in. That's all we need for the second Super Bowl. Run it in. That man drops back. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And then when he got picked, I remember sitting there just watching it, just going.
Did you cry?
I stayed awake. No, I was pissed because I stayed awake to watch that, and that's what I saw, and I was like.
But you didn't cry.
Okay.
There was no tears.
No, I was angry. Nah.
No angry tears, nothing.
Nah, because at the end of the day, I think that only happens if that, you know, when you get angry and things come out, that's only like if I'm proper part of it. Like, let's say I was in that final that happened. That's when that's what I've been angry to. But like, for me, I was like, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
and I knew, but what's funny is I knew from that point on we would never reach the Super Bowl because the way we reached it was so jammy. It was just so jammy. So I was like, yeah, it's not gonna happen in a while.
Damn, must suck to be a Seahawks fan. Hey, now
It could be worse. I could be a Colts fan.
you don't have a quarterback.
Right now we
do. You know, it's all good with it.
Who's your quarterback again?
Matt Ryan.
Oh yeah, that blowout, innit? That was it. 20. They blew the 21.
Yeah, but he
lead.
wasn't playing for the Colts then. Don't bother me. He was playing for the Falcons.
Still him. History will repeat itself, bro.
Wasn't playing for the Colts.
History will.
Hey, wasn't playing for the Colts. Right. So I've talked about this with everyone that's been on here. So the game, American football itself is really big and really popular in the UK, but we struggle to get people to games. We struggle to get people to home games. Just any game itself. Like if it's the final, and it's Tamworth versus Warriors or it's Blitz versus Warriors, they have big followings, so they will automatically draw in a big crowd. But for teams that are in Division 1, that you know that it's not going to draw in a big crowd, what do you feel that could be done to help the UK game grow? Because at the moment, it doesn't really look like there's a lot that's being done.
Yeah. It's like a multi-layer kind of answer to that, because it's going to take a while, I believe, to, even if we started off on the right path now, it'll take a while to build up, because we haven't been advertising the league here on any sort of TV program, I think, in a couple of years, because they actually used to show the games on, I think it was ITV, I believe, or I can't remember.
Probably Channel 4.
Oh, Channel 4, right?
Yeah.
They used to show the games on TV. Yeah, now it's not there anymore because, one, obviously the crowds aren't there and things like that. But it's not being publicized enough. Like, I can't believe we have the NFL here. 3 or 4 games a year is here. Yet, they're not trying to advertise the league here. Like, that is the biggest point where you can advertise the league. Everyone from the UK, some people from America come down. You telling me at halftime, or you're telling me during the lead up to it, you don't think that, oh, you know what, as BAFA, let's actually approach the NFL and go, look, we want to do this. You know, we're doing it on our country. We've got our own league. We want to just slightly advertise our league to get a bigger following. Then this will inadvertently bring a bigger crowd to your games as well, because everyone's now getting more and more involved. I think it's always a win-win. You know what I mean? That's my personal opinion. I'm not like an expert in this. And I feel like they don't do it enough. They've done, I think, 1 or 2 little bits here and there, but they don't do it enough. I don't think they're capitalizing on this market that happens during that time. And that would also, I believe, not just help with the Prem, that'll help with Div 1, Div 2. The downside of the Div 1, Div 2 teams, which is obviously no disrespect to any of the players there or the teams, is sometimes the caliber that they play at might not be interesting enough for people to be able to sit and watch.
Yeah.
Now, that has to be tackled in a different way. You probably have to, you know, maybe use some of that 50K that whoever this AFA CEO is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Use some of the money that you guys are getting from all these insurance, with us signing up for this insurance that, to be honest, I got nothing out of, because I couldn't even find the email who to contact, by the way, once I got injured. I couldn't even find it. Like, I tried to look on their website, could not find it properly. Like, it was a joke, so I just left it. Like, use the money that you're getting from everyone. Why, instead of paying the what's it? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know where all this money is going from. To, not gonna lie to you, I don't know. But you could at least just use that money to go, okay, look, we're going to give this to actually some teams. We're going to provide a bunch of this money allocated to some teams to be able to put it into their match days or something like that. So you can then rent out like food carts and certain things like this. I think that will help in a certain situation. Like, for example, Blitz, our home ground is in Finsbury Park.
Yeah.
Yes, there's not a lot of space to host people to be there, but what we could do is put flyers out. We could have the advertising going out on the NFL days and whatever, attract more people. But then it costs to do that. And I believe clubs right now are trying to do everything they can, or certain clubs are right now trying to do everything they can, either to get rid of the debt that they've accumulated, or they're trying to like just sustain and be profitable to a certain degree. Not profitable to be like, yep, that's it. You know, we're just taking all the money and not give anything back, but just like stay afloat. You know what I mean? So it's all different. Like that's why there's not an easy answer to it. But I just believe that there's so much opportunities that we're not capitalizing on, and I feel like when we do, it will take a couple of years. It won't happen instantly, but it will take a couple of years because everyone was like, oh, there's actually a team nearby. Oh, look, they're actually advertising some of the Prem games.
Yeah, of course. And this...
Or, you know what I mean? Or they might even do the finals. They might even decide to go, let's put that on Channel 4.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
Very true. Now, I was going to try... to be fair, I was going to go finish it off. But there is something that popped into my head. You mentioned the insurance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, so you didn't find anything on the BAFA website at all about how to claim your insurance that you've paid for. Do you feel that BAFA need to make everything a lot clearer, because that's not are we insured? Like, what is... It's a weird one, because if you can't find it, you're the one that got your ACL damaged. You signed up, you registered, you're meant to be covered by insurance to get whatever it is that you're meant to get from BAFA to help alongside that line. What are I'm going to be honest, how do you think BAFA are handling like situations like this? Because at the moment, you're not the first person to mention that the insurance is not good, or you can't find any information about it.
They are acting like any other company that deals with insurance. They're going to make it as hard as they want to not pay out. My personal opinion, that's what they're going to do. People that work for BAFA might not like what I say. People that either support BAFA might not like what I say. I'm not trying to talk down about BAFA. I'm not trying to badmouth them. But at the end of the day, it's the reality. The reality is, I looked on your website, tried to find what am I covered for, and tried to find what can I get out of it. It was not easy. Yet, the majority of the money that I'm paying to register is purposely to be insured, because that's what we all get banged on about. Our coaches tell us you can't play or train unless you're registered.
Yeah.
And what's the purpose of registering? Insurance. You're insured to play. Well, if that's the biggest deal about why we're paying, why are you not making that one of the easiest things to access and to claim from?
Yeah.
And I had to contact the president of our team, like Jack Daly, and he had to help me out. I think he found me an email to contact. So he didn't even find... I don't think he even found a proper description of what I get. It was he got an email so I could try and contact about it. And I just thought, the fact that I have to email someone to try and figure out what I get, I was like, screw it. I was like, I'm not even going to pursue this, because at the end of the day, from what I've heard and seen, it's nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I feel like if I tried to go down that route, I'd be like, okay, what can I get out of this? It would have been a long process. The fact that I have to probably wait about a week for someone to respond back to that email. And then I was like, what's the point?
Yeah.
What is the point? And I feel like one thing that if they really want to make BAFA better is make your insurance better and also make it accessible. Because there's players out there that won't have big injuries like an ACL, but they might have something with their shoulder, and everyone doesn't sit at a desk. You have to understand this. Not everyone sits at a desk. I was lucky enough where mine's an office job, so yeah, I got signed off for 2 weeks because I couldn't actually just sit down for 8 hours of the day. I had to keep moving as much as I can. But then the people that work maybe in construction or work outside, go to visit people's homes, what are they going to do? And what, you're going to pay them what? As I think your previous person that you interviewed said, I think it was like something like £5 a week or something.
Yeah, something really, really low, which doesn't.
You see what I'm coming from? Like,
doesn't even.
What's that going to do, bro? What's that going to do? £5, thank you. Yeah, that covers maybe a Twix and a Lucozade. Thank you. Yeah, that's going to be them for the week. Like,
not even a bus journey, not even a travel card.
Actually. No, exactly. Yeah. You know where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Like it's absolutely atrocious, and I would actually back what he said. Of everyone, get your own insurance, man. Get your own insurance. I wish I did. I wish I did, and I paid the price. I was lucky enough to get my surgery in 4 months, but
Yeah, that was
people wait.
that was really lucky. Yeah,
Yeah, but people wait, man. People wait like a year.
yeah, I find
So
that kind of crazy. Like, just thinking about it now is actually kind of mad. So private insurance is a key, guys. It is definitely a
100%.
big key. If you can get something that can cover you for just for the football season itself, or for life, would you recommend getting that? Easy.
Yep, 100%, 100%. Like, guys, honestly, and I think, like I said, I think his name was Amari, right?
Yeah.
He would even testify to it because he went through that injury from when I watched the episode, and he would testify to the fact that going to the NHS, bro. When I went the first time, and I told them my ACL was gone, like I felt something go.
Yeah.
Their response was, "Oh, okay, yeah, you might have just sprained it." I was like, "I don't think you fully understand what I'm telling you. I really don't think you fully understand. I will give you an appointment on Wednesday. All right, I'll get
Wow.
there. Oh yeah, I think you might have just hurt your ACL or sprained it." I was like, "Okay, well, can we figure out what it is?" "Yeah, I'll give you an MRI." "All right, cool. When?" "Oh, in about 6 weeks."
My God.
What the hell? Like, and then from there, then it would be like, oh, then we're gonna get, oh, it is, messed up. This, bro, I had to pay privately to get that MRI, and then that's how I figured out everything, and I had to speed up the process from there. So honestly, man, get it done. It's the best thing ever.
That is mad and really insane.
Hmm.
Wow. Right. I'm not gonna end it on a really, really low note. Let's
Yeah, yeah, I hear that. I hear that. I hear that.
I want you to give me no, I haven't asked that question.
Hmm.
I want you to give me your best experience playing football. Your best experience, the one that whenever you think about it, you just smile and be like, "Yeah, I did that." Do you have if you have one or two? I just want to hear your best ever experience.
Um, I think, uh, I think one of my best experiences was probably it was in my last season. It was against Swansea as running back. I think I got the most yards in that game. I think I got as a fullback as well. Not even a scat bag. As a fullback, I think I got 150 yards,
Oh,
something like that in the game, or 160. I got a touchdown or as well in that game, and I remember that whenever we were in trouble, it was just like, yeah, just hand the ball off, and I used to get the gaps. So that credit to the O line, man. They were pushing hard as well. So that was one of the games that stays with me because I think I just performed the best I could at that game, and it was like it was a nice feeling at the end of it because we got through that. It was a quarterfinals, then we went to the semi-final,
yeah.
so that was good. I think another one that stays with me probably has to be um, it was against Bristol. It was against Bristol when I was playing safety. I dropped two picks I dropped, and the worst is I did the easiest thing of reading it and going for the ball, and I just dropped it. One of them was straight up, just like I was looking downfield and I didn't think about bringing the ball in. That's my mistake. The second one was generally it was like I jumped too early, so I was coming back down when I was trying about to catch the ball and it hit my fingertips and then couldn't catch it. But then to finish the game off, I remember I got the last pick, and that felt amazing because I know everyone on the sideline was just like, "Are you kidding me? You dropped two? Like you have to get one." So it kind of like I felt the team behind me on that one, so I felt that one always sticks with me.
I remember that game. I remember that pick. I remember I also remember Damien telling you to get down, and then as soon as you went past him, he was like, "All right, cool, go, keep going, keep trying to go, keep trying to go," and then you end up getting caught. I think it's about like the 30-yard line, and then
Yeah, gassed out.
and then the game was done. That was actually a funny moment. I'm not gonna lie, that was actually bloody brilliant. Oh, that's actually a good
That was
memory.
funny.
That is actually a good memory. Oh, that game was fun. Right.
Mm.
Right. So I've asked you how long you've been playing, what sports you did beforehand, but there's one thing that I didn't actually ask you, and I crazy that I've forgotten this. What current players or past players that inspire you to carry on playing? Like, who inspires you to get better every day?
You know, it's not just a single player. For me, it's a collection of players that do.
Okay.
And the players that kind of inspire. So at the very beginning, it was uh, when I first joined the Blitz, there was a lot of, vets there. There was like Eddie Cheadle, Bish, Jose, Tom. These guys were the people that interacted with me a lot. Dot was there as well. He just brought energy that was vibes every time. It was funny. Like he can chat shit, but bro, he backs it up. So I was like, yeah, all right, fair
Oh
enough.
yeah.
Those players at the very beginning kind of inspired me to go, yo, this is the levels that I can reach. Right now, what keeps me going is seeing players like the careers that they've had. For me, like for example, Bish, seeing the career that he had, people do talk, have their views on him, which I've always been like, you guys are just dumb. Because love him or hate him, you understand that that guy's a baller.
Yeah.
Simple as. Um, and I remember I've had a few chats with him, and he's definitely someone that I see his career. And I was like, yo, that's mad. But then there's players, current players now. Jason, there's Jason, Chad, there's Simeon, there's Jai. Like these guys, and seeing where their career is going is mad.
Yeah.
And it's just like it kind of keeps my mind on track, because I'm like, okay, these guys are younger than me, and I know I'm never at their kind of physical or at their caliber of playing, but I always try and reach it. You know what I mean? I set them as people that I have to reach or get past, and which might not be a reality, but these guys are the ones that kind of inspire me to keep going.
Yeah.
Until my body says no longer, to no more. Like you can't do this any longer. Those are the guys, man. I watch their careers. I keep track on what they're doing, and yeah, man. Like Jason, I remember when I was watching him in GFL, I was like, bro, this guy literally went there for one season, balled out, got a chip, came back.
Why not?
Like Chad came to. He played, I think, 1 year at wide receiver, I think, and then he went to safety. And I remember watching him as a player as well. I was like, yo, this is nuts. The way he's picking stuff up is just incredible. And see him go to GFL, get the NFL International Pathway invitation, then getting the CFL Pathway invitation. It's just mad, bro. Like, seeing all this stuff, it just makes me go, yeah, like, these are normal people. They grind, don't get me wrong, but they're normal people. And I've been and played with them on the same field. So it's like, listen, all I have to do is put the work in and keep putting the work in. And if I don't have to reach, I don't have to get to the CFL, I don't have to get to the NFL, but keep it going until I can, because they never gave up. So why should I?
That is true. That is true. I like that. I like that a lot. Right. We have finally come to the end of Unheard Voice Birkan, just so everyone understands. But what I do want is, Birkan, I want you to give us your final words on everything. Game, why people should play, why people should come to games and watch. Just give us your final words.
Mate, the game is intense here, even if you don't think it is. Even if you don't think the levels are up, the standards with, the European side. You got ballers on each side of the ball when they get on that field, bro. Especially in the Prem, you got players that want to ball out, and you've got players that need to make a mark for themselves. So come watch. Like, there's never going to be a dull game. Like, you might see, like, for example, you might see the scores like Warriors racking it up against other teams like Olympians or Kent or whatever. But guess what? You're watching players that could potentially go to the NFL, could potentially go to the CFL. So you're looking at good players, especially at Blitz. You got players even at Kent that I'm seeing that they're balling up. And I heard Bristol's now getting a better team. Like, it's going to get interesting. So come down to games. If you don't understand what's going on, I guarantee you just ask someone there. They will explain it fully, because there's players that will be not playing and like, yeah, I'll explain this for you. Or just watch it. Have a quick read up before coming down, and you won't regret it, because it will be interesting. I promise you.
Lovely, thank you. Thank you everyone for jumping. Well, thank you for coming into the video, watching the interview with my fellow teammate Birkan, and it has definitely been an interesting couple of hours, I would say. um, all I would say is look out for the next video because they're going to be coming in hot and fast. And if you do want to be on the Unheard Voice, please again fill out the questionnaire in the description, and I'll get to you as quickly as I can. But Birkan, thank you again for jumping in, and I hope you had fun. I hope you had
I did, bro.
I hope you had a good time reliving the past and old memories. And it has definitely been a pleasure. And again, Birkan, please say bye to everyone.
Cheers, bro. Thank you for everything. Catch you guys later.
All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.